Hello, world. It's Berto Prey 5 Kapla, and welcome to Open Lines Thursday. This is going to be a shorter stream today, but I hear see Mamo Prey's phone got notification that I'm live, which is good. Yeah, today's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream, but I did want to get on, say hello to everybody. I watched the. Oh, excuse me. I did watch the full Life with Matthew rerun. Life with Matthew's awesome pub night last night. I had fallen asleep before it started, was awake for a couple minutes, and then fell back asleep. And but I watched it in full this morning. It was awesome. So I figured, why not? Why not do a little open lines? Thursday's kind of a day where we do whatever. We've been playing a lot of Risk, so I don't know if anybody's up for Risk. But yeah, hello everybody. Hey, Cinnabon is here. Adega Outlaw, Anti-Tracker, not Ryan Johnson. Dear Bop, no, Dear Bop. Uncle Remus, Kapla, and Star Trek Nitpickers says Anti-Tracker's in the house. Ozzy NF says hello. Hello, and Uncle Remus wants Risk. He wants Risk. But before we do that, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do Risk today or not, I'll be honest. But there is the link if you'd like to come in and chat with me in StreamYard. we got room for 5 more people. And if I get a 6th, I can always back out myself a little. Bradley Briggs, did I skip your chat? I didn't see it, Bradley. But I'm not. Oh, Bradley Briggs says Zup. Zup's all. Hello, Bradley Briggs. Let me put it onto live chat. There we go. And who do we got here? We got.
Hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, I know. Put on my headphones.
Put on your headphones. This isn't your first rodeo.
Yeah. Here, let me switch screens here. I just realized I was on the... Oh, well, then you switched that, so I guess I can go back to that one. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. A lot better than being in the hospital.
There you go. That's the good thing.
A lot better than being in the hospital.
So now I haven't gotten through all of Life with Matthew's craziness after I left. I saw that they started talking about conspiracy theories, and then LDG apparently was smoking some crack and like trying to mess around with how the...
Well, LDG was shocked to hear Darren was a... Oh, Sassy, we're getting our Amazon delivery.
Oh, so
she's going to bunk for a minute. LDG was shocked to find Darren was a flat earther and basically begged him to join his Discord to ask him a whole bunch of questions. And then we got it. Well, they got into, I was long asleep. They got into a debate as to whether, people can transition between genders or if it's just something in their mind.
Oh, that could have been interesting.
There was clearly a divide as to what some people thought versus others, and Life with Matthew finally came down and said, "No, we're not discussing."
Yeah, I was gonna say that's getting some dangerous territory.
They were about to, yeah. LDG had some quotes, but I don't even want to say them. He can say them if he wants. I didn't know if he was confused by what he was saying or.
Well, sometimes I love LD, but sometimes it seems like maybe someone injected a little bit of experimental chemicals into his brain. And so
he did a little too much LDS.
Yeah, I think he has. I think that there's like something in his brain that causes him to see things that aren't there or to not see things that are.
He doesn't deny. He did partake quite a bit if he's being truthful. I don't see why he wouldn't. But
I think he's
he
partaking
admits
last
to being
night, but
partaking in years past. Maybe this isn't our Amazon delivery. Oh, okay, it is.
What'd you get from Amazon?
I don't know.
Moo-moos?
It's a food delivery. Butter, milk, basics, water.
You drink
Things like
buttermilk,
that.
huh?
No, not buttermilk. Butter, milk.
So there you go. Bird of Prey drinks buttermilk. Confirmed.
Oh, it says
Oh, and Sassy's food.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sassy's
Sassy's
gotta have
food
food.
comes from Amazon. So it's got to be refrigerated.
So was Sassy annoyed with you for being gone for so long?
No, she was so happy because Camille took her.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Camille
Yeah.
probably spoiled her rotten.
She did. We got video calls every day in the hospital with Sassy sleeping in Camille's bed with her.
Aw.
And she came home. Let's put it this way. She came home very willingly and was happy to be home, but I think she was happy to be with Camille for a few days to get a bit of a vacation. The very first night she was alone and Lori Roberts came over.
Right. But Sassy wouldn't go with her.
Yeah, but Sassy didn't go with her. DJ Odyssey also did a stream last night, Afterlife with Matthew. I watched all of that too.
So you've been busy.
And DJ said, "Stop ignoring the chat." Okay. What's going on in the chat? I'm not doing dear Sassy. Dear Sassy. Thomas says there was no notification. Released the Bird of Prey cut. Josh Street says Civ 6 is free on the Epic Store. Apparently, Epic Games is giving away a lot of stuff lately.
That's because they're desperately trying to get you to come over there from Steam.
I did. I mean, their damn thing advertises on my desktop now.
Yeah, see, I
I have
refuse.
to shut it down so it doesn't start with Windows. It's not free, people. No matter what they say, if it's free, I have to agree with LDG there. They call it free, it's not free.
Yeah, free in quotation marks.
Yeah. Rambling Canuck, Kapla Rambling. Matthew identified as a toe. I'd missed that part, Thomas. Then Matthew identified as a toe.
Well, Thomas sent me a screenshot from the stream. I haven't gotten there yet, but where apparently Matthew is holding up his foot to the camera for some reason.
Huh. I was in listening mode, not watching, so I might have missed that. But that's interesting. Kapla, Mr. Londell. Guys, if anybody else wants to come in, we still got plenty of spot.
Yeah, there's just me and my ego.
What do we got here? Mike Richards says, DJ, of course it is. No, it wasn't DJ's fault. Josh Reed says, Anti-Tracker, when are you going to start the Karoga class of the garbage barge?
Oh, the Karoga class
The
garbage
Karoga
cow?
class garbage cow, I guess.
Yeah, well, we'll have to work on that. The Karoga class ship, though, you see, the problem with the Karoga class ship is that it needs to be designed.
It's just too awesome to be printed on your 3D printer.
No, that's not the problem.
Hi, Sci-Fi Nation has joined the stream.
Hello.
Hello.
So
How have you been?
I'm good. I'm actually putting together my list for improving my channel. Now I've got a microphone picked out. I'm not going to get the Yeti. I found another one. It's a little cheaper. It's like an $80 microphone. So like 192 kilohertz, 24-bit. I don't know. It's nice though. It's got the boom and everything. So.
I don't understand now. We have a second anti-tracker trying to join the stream
Okay.
with the same video feed as you.
Hey, I just got a super chat.
I saw that. I'm hesitant to add this second anti-tracker since I know there's been troll activity. Unless you know for a fact that's you, anti-tracker.
Yes, it was me. I was just messing with you.
Okay. So we're gonna have Mando Merc has been added, Rambling Canuck, and Mobo has been added to the stream. And
Where's Alexander?
Alexander, I don't think Alexander's here right now.
No, we need him.
And Captain Track, I see you. You came in too. I'll bring you on in a couple minutes.
So, by the way, that super chat was from you, Bird.
I don't think so. Like, and I heard earlier that I made a super chat where I was going to pay Captain Foley.
Yeah, you agreed to pay Captain Foley to paint the ships that I print. This
No.
one, you said, I want my anti-tracker ship to be rainbow colors. Also, I only read DJ if you give me money for the baby and your fee. Otherwise, go F yourself. I'm not doing this for free.
Wow.
That was kind of rude.
That was. I don't know who wrote that.
You did.
No, it wasn't me.
It says
It might
you.
have been my publicist.
You have a publicist?
When you're ahead of a country, it's rare that you write your own stuff.
Yes, and I did some investigation. I know who the publicist is.
Oh? And who is it, Alexander?
No, it's Thomas.
Well, Alexander's your minister of propaganda.
It's Thomas Potts.
Thomas Potts. That would be
Sassy.
moonlighting. I'm not sure he can be an official of Kuroga if he's a Curtis.
I think that would be a problem there. Now we do know that, of course, we know that Alexander is the propaganda minister and Dr. Zoidberg is the Surgeon General of Kuroga and your personal physician.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, no, the Surgeon General. I don't know a personal physician.
Thomas Potts is a double agent. You should know that.
He might be a triple agent.
Well, I think he's triple too, but
Oh, he's in the chat saying, DJ, how dare you? I'm no Kurogan. So
yeah, he's
that's
protesting
pretty
too much.
Exactly what a triple agent would say.
would say.
He acts like a Krogan every time he gets mad at AT, so I don't know.
What's this face, Mick? What face? Kapla. I'm getting quicker at saying your name.
Yeah,
So-
that was only 20 minutes ago.
Is a Stream Deck a good option to get?
Stream Decks are awesome.
Okay.
But
I have the-
don't-
Well, I have
but
the
if you're
Stream
not
Deck
using
XL and
XSplit
Bird has
or
the original.
OBS, it's not going to do you any good.
Oh, it won't work on StreamYard?
There's nothing to do on StreamYard.
Yeah, there is. Like I have intros, everything I can, stuff like that. I thought.
No, it won't work on StreamYard.
Okay.
I don't know what. Have you tried?
There's no. I mean, I see all the. There's no StreamYard connector,
Yeah, but there's OBS, isn't there?
but he's not using OBS.
StreamYard uses OBS.
StreamYard, what we're on right now,
Oh,
has nothing to
StreamYard.
do with
No,
OBS.
okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm saying Streamlab. Sorry.
Yeah, no. If it was Streamlab, that's something different.
Yeah.
But for this, there's just nothing that it would connect to. I mean, you could mute your mic or something, but that would really be it.
I just wanted to pop up real fast because I joined the chat last night when everything went crazy on Matthews, and just saying it wasn't my fault that time. I was being good, and the chat will reflect it that it says I was being good. I didn't say a word on all that.
So you're saying it's entirely coincidental that you showed up and then all of a sudden everything went crazy?
Now, LDG doesn't believe in
He has
coincidence.
a presence about him. His
Now
presence.
there is, if you actually watch the section of it, there is a good part where Momo takes Matthew and makes Matthew disappear.
Well, and since your name is Momo, that means you did cause problems.
Well, I did that problem, yes.
So you lied.
But I was not involved in the whole conversation about the male-female thing and all that. No, I was not involved in that one. I just sat there quietly
Well, that's
writing on
because
my
you're a
whiteboard.
furry, so you didn't want to get into that.
No, I just sat there quietly writing on my whiteboard, hello, and stuff like that. But I will get back out of here because there's other people that went up like rock solid, and I think that'll be more fun to listen to.
And did Bird just go away? He abandoned his own live stream?
I don't know. He might have fell asleep. He fell asleep twice in one game of Risk yesterday.
Yeah, I think he dropped out so that Captain Trek can join us.
Ah, okay. Hey, Captain Trek.
Looking at not Ryan Johnson's comment saying that Momo can handle anti-Trekker's ego.
What's that?
Okay. Not Ryan Johnson said that Momo can deal with your ego.
I don't know. My ego's pretty big. How you doing, Rock Solid?
I didn't notice that I had gotten in. Hello, greetings and salutations, everybody. So what was the
Well,
question? As far
Captain
as,
Track wasn't talking, but if he does, I'll bring him back again.
so what were you talking about? Integration between StreamYards and Streamlabs or something?
No, we were talking about using Stream Deck. And Stream Deck doesn't do anything for StreamYard, but Streamlabs uses OBS, and Stream Deck will work with OBS.
Yeah, you can. So basically what you have to do, and this is how I had mine set up, and it's a pain in the rear end, but when it works, it's awesome. But what you essentially do is you use just vanilla OBS. You don't use StreamYard's OBS. But you can set up a virtual cam out of OBS, and then all of your stuff will work like normal. So you can have like, hey, number one sci-fi, how you feeling, my friend?
Hey, number one.
Okay. How about you?
I'm finer than frog hair. But that's how you can have, like, I know you've got all of your super chats and everything on your Stream Deck. You can still utilize that. Whereas the way that I've got mine set up, I just have each one as a video file in OBS. So as someone throws something in and they say they want number 5, I can go ahead and just click that in OBS and it'll be fine.
And that's not similar to Birdo number 5, is it?
Thank God, no.
So I'm just wondering why Bird has abandoned his own live stream. It's kind of confusing me.
Because I think he's a closet liberal and wants everybody else to do the work for him, and he just reaps all the benefits.
Well, that does make sense.
That sounds familiar.
Anti-Tracker, who I put backstage for a second since he asked the question. I have abandoned the stream so I can let more people talk. But to answer Thomas's quick question as to why PJ had a couple seconds stream today, I'm pretty sure it was just because he had started the stream yesterday. It never quite finished. It was probably when he ended the stream today that it just showed up as a dead stream.
No, this was a stream that was scheduled for today, for like the last few days.
It was
the one that was 6
the
seconds
Power
long.
Women Wednesday stream was scheduled for yesterday, and then at the time it was supposed to come on, he was in the chat and said he was having technical difficulties and couldn't do it. And it was that same stream that today the email went out that it was live, but when you got there, it was already over. So I don't know for sure. That was just my working theory.
Just put your hands up in the air and blame YouTube.
Basically. I'll bring Anti-Trigger back in.
You can put like musical chairs with each
and that's person. Exactly why Bird is a communist. Oh, hey. Sorry. What did I miss?
Oh, we were talking about Orville Nation, why his stream was 6 seconds long today.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, so Bird is just, I assume he's probably, like, snoozing in the background right now.
I'm sure at some point he'll, like, just take random people out and put random people in just for fun. I mean, I imagine it's just entertaining to watch people get
No, he's not going to do random. He's just going to pick on me, probably. Because, you know, it's Bird.
Uncle Remus says, where's Turd Ferguson when you need him?
Yeah. Now, is the Facebook Meet thing and the Google Hangout Meet thing, are those similar to Zoom, I'm guessing?
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, Zoom has some interesting advantages over things like StreamYard, in that like you can have a whole lot more people in a Zoom cast.
Well, that's what they're doing with the Facebook and Google now. They both have allowed up to what I think it's 50 people for Facebook, maybe. And
But then you have to use Facebook.
right, right. You have to
But
log in under Facebook, or Google's doing the same thing with their
They've updated Hangouts basically.
yeah, but updated Hangouts to do I guess a similar thing where you could invite a bunch of I guess up to 50 or 100 people, whatever the number is.
but
as
how
well.
well does it work? Has anybody used this new Google thing?
I haven't used it, but
I'm sure there are some people that use it, but I personally haven't.
I was gonna research it to see if it, since obviously you need Google just to be on YouTube in the first place, basically.
I just
You
think
know.
it's funny because it's like all of a sudden Zoom just became the the meeting software of
Yeah, that's
choice.
the go-to.
Yeah, just overnight, and I think it's just because Zoom was the only one that didn't really. It doesn't have a limit on how many people can join.
I think it has 100, doesn't it? Or something like
According to their website, there's no limit on the number of people in a meeting.
And even if it is 100, that's still way more than every other streaming
Right.
All right.
app that I'm aware of.
I think it's really just bandwidth determinant. Is that as long as you have enough bandwidth, you can keep adding people to it. But which is great for the only thing is it's not a streaming software like StreamYard is and stuff, so it doesn't have that built into it. But if you're using something like XSplit or OBS, and you just capture your Zoom screen and broadcast that, and you're set.
Right, that's what most people do.
Right.
Right. And I would imagine that they would do that, I guess, for the Hangouts thing and the.
Yeah, I considered it because it's actually a little bit cheaper than StreamYard. So I'm thinking about ditching StreamYard and trying it out.
Yeah, because Zoom is only $15 versus
Yeah, it's 15 bucks a
25.
month. Yeah.
Yeah, versus 20 or 25, I guess, depending on what you're paying. And yeah, if you get way more people, then because there's no way I would pay for StreamYard if I can find an alternative that's either free or something cheaper, one or the other,
Well, and I will tell you that I've actually used StreamYards for doing conference calls as well, though. It's one of those things where I've got a couple of people up in Canada I've got to coordinate with a few times a month. So I just send them out this StreamYards link, and it just works.
Well, but the only thing is, so with StreamYards, you're limited to 6 people in an active conversation.
And it's just myself and 2 others, so for that, it's perfect.
Right, but look, even like with this live stream, Bird has to keep dropping out so he can get his naps in and not interrupt the stream.
Hey, Joe Biden
I
just
just
tipped a
knocked
buck.
out Rambling Canuck for a second. I got a donation here from Joe Biden. Hello, my friend. I heard you watched the greatest movie ever, Anchorman. Dear Obama and I love that movie. Just like I love children pushing my hair leg down in pools. Anyway, I'm picking Batwoman as my new VP unless you grow more hair. Thank you. Thank you, Joe Biden. Let's bring Rambling Canuck back in. Oh, I didn't have to knock him out. We're already...
Yeah, someone else
somebody,
dropped out.
Somebody dropped.
Must have been
Sci-fi.
Sci-Fi Nation, I
Yeah,
guess.
Sci-Fi Nation
Oh,
dropped.
sorry, Sci-Fi Nation. You're welcome back. Rock solid with his...
So where's the Deer Bop?
It's not going to be Deer Bop. It's Thursday.
Exactly. So you should have, since you have
Okay, how about
open
Deer
lines
Mop?
going, you need to do open lines Deer Bop where you...
Or Deer Mop or Deer Sop or whatever.
So like the first one goes to you, second one goes to Mando, third one goes to Rock Solid,
So we
People
each
don't
read
want to
one.
hear your... If people wanted to hear you answer, they do Dear Auntie.
Yeah.
Yes,
so-
but he is not a certified life help partner specialist thing.
Well, neither is Bird. He just, lies.
No, I am.
Like you said, he
Certified
lies.
in Kuroga for what that's worth.
That's fine. Self-certified certificate.
He's also a certified pilot.
I'm an
I
expert
never claimed to be
Well,
pilot.
isn't
certified pilot.
Ryan Reynolds a a worldologist or something? How you guys
A
ever read?
worldologist.
I mean, I'm pretty good at playing
It's on his on the tag for
Microsoft Flight
uh,
Simulator.
on the gin.
If God forbid I was on a plane and they said, "Are there any pilots on board?" I'd raise my hand. You know,
Yes, just remember Ted Stryker was also technically a pilot, and you see how well that ended.
I'd rather be the one in charge rather than some other idiot who played, you know.
I'll give
Wait,
you
hold on,
credit
hold on,
there.
hold on.
At least you said
Simulator
some
for
other
life.
idiot.
Exactly.
which-
So he admits he's an idiot.
yes.
I'm just saying, unless there's somebody there with actual
Idiots.
flight experience
Bird
that
of
can
prey,
trump me.
Yeah,
I
but
got-
there was the aviation gin. It says that world's greatest gin on it. It's like from Ryan Reynolds, world expert. So it's the same thing. You know, he's self-styled world expert. So therefore, you can say his gin is great. That's not
Joseph wants to hear about sock cutters.
What are sock cutters?
Yeah,
just reverse it and you'll get it.
you say it fast enough, you'll get it. Not on this stream, though.
Just reverse the two beginning letters, and you'll got it. And you got it.
Oh. So is that something to do with surprise lovemaking time there, Joseph?
Is this kind of like a Forrest Tucker type of thing, where you reverse the first letters in both words?
Hello, Carlo. Nara does his anti-trigger gonna have his own Dear Auntie column. Just advice for old people.
Well, there is Dear RXP for those who are interested.
It's there.
Yes, there is.
Really?
Where is it?
Oh, Rock Solid.
Yes.
Your favorite system is the original NES, right?
Actually, Super NES. I
Okay.
do love the NES, but my favorite is the Super NES.
Okay, and what's your favorite game on that system?
Earthworm Jim is
or I
great,
guess your
but
top 5 or whatever. If you can't,
I would say
narrow it down.
Earthworm Jim, Super Mario World. There's so many great games.
Yeah, I know.
EWJ, Super Mario World 2. Joe and Mac 2 is another good one. I'm trying to think something I've gotten from Europe that's good. Star Fox.
Okay. Yeah, because I did a stream this morning about the original Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers, obviously. And because that was the first original games that had Mario and Luigi in it.
Mario and Luigi.
No, Mario.
Mario.
And now, here's the thing. Do you know what Luigi's last name is?
Mario. We all heard it in the Mario movie.
Well, it's Mario, but yes, he is Luigi Mario, and it's Mario.
Mario.
Mamma
No.
mia.
Mario.
And then, but
Maybe
Mario,
it's Mario and Luigi Mario.
but Mario was originally called Jumpman in Donkey Kong
Yeah.
Correct.
game. And that's where he made his first appearance, but of course he wasn't called Mario then.
Right, and initially the whole Donkey Kong was supposed to be like a sequel to the Popeye game, which was one of the launch titles for the Famicom and a stand-up arcade cabinet as well.
Thomas says Rock Solid Productions is a video game expert. You are not. I am a video game expert, Thomas.
See,
Did you know
Thomas, here's
Then
the
why
thing.
don't you know what Mario's name is?
Pac-Man
I would
was
never claim to be a
designed
video game expert.
be
There are people a
attractive
lot
to
smarter than I
women.
am.
That's why it looked like a slice of pizza, because women like to eat. That was the guess. That was the thought process behind Pac-Man.
Now for your Sega Genesis Super Duper souped up system or whatever you have,
My Tower of Power?
yeah, which games do you like best on that?
So again, I would say I would say the definitive edition of Earthworm Jim is the Genesis version, just because it has additional levels and the soundtrack from Tommy Tallarico is just
Well,
better.
breaking news. DJ
Women-
Odyssey reports Pac-Man is 40 years old today.
Yeah, so was Empire Strikes Back.
That's to
It's
say,
a-
I knew Empire Strikes Back, but Pac-Man?
And originally his name was supposed to be Puck-Man.
Right, but they thought Puck was too similar to a certain other word.
Yes.
Yeah, people would have said
Yeah.
the other word instead. Man.
Pac-Man at 40. Wow.
Yeah.
The eating icon that changed gaming history.
Well,
Dad O'Prey used to have a bunch of Pac-Man games.
I mean, I think
Miss Pac-Man.
Mario changed gaming history more than Pac-Man did.
Well, I would
Okay.
say more the NES than
Gaming
Mario
history,
itself.
probably a
Yeah.
lot more than both, I would say.
I'm going to bring in Captain Track again. I see he's back.
Works now.
Hey, we can hear you.
There we go.
Hey.
We
How
hear
about
ya.
that? What do you know?
So, okay. Now, I did ask this backstage, but why are you called old, Andy Trucker?
Because these other idiots think that 50 means you're really old.
But are you really 50?
Well, I'm 52.
See,
You're 10 years older than I am? Wow.
I don't know. Are you
Oh.
42?
Yeah, make it
three,
you
but-
look
you-
like you're 50.
You make it seem like it's such a big age difference.
It is.
Almost all the.
Well-
Tom Reeves is in his 50s.
20
way,
years ago it was a big
Mathematically, you're old at 42, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, you go from, you're young, you're a kid until you're 21, and then you're young until you're like 30. But then once you hit 42, you're old. It's over.
Yeah, it's all downhill from there.
Now, when do you become ancient?
That would probably be 84. I would say 84 would be ancient, but the important thing is that it needs to be a multiple of 21.
Yeah, gotcha.
And that's why 42 is old, because 42 is double the age of 21, which means that on your 42nd birthday, someone who was born on your 21st birthday is old enough to drink.
Yes, 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
It is. They just didn't know what the question is, and the question is, at what age are you old?
Just when I think I've got all the answers, someone goes and changes the question.
Yeah. Now I guess you like the Sonic games for the Sega, right?
It's okay. Now, hold on. I'm going to pause here. Bird, don't worry. I've got you on this one.
Rock
Valor
Solid
J
prefers Sonic
Omega throws in
Rock
10
Solid
bucks.
prefers Sonic to have human-looking teeth.
No, actually, we watched the movie the other night. It was outstanding. I was actually really impressed with how good it was.
Oh, the Sonic film?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I have a friend who's a huge Sonic fan.
I haven't seen it, so
I haven't seen it yet.
I would recommend it. It was even my
no.
wife, who's not a
So, yeah,
gamer
no-
at all,
no
enjoyed it.
Spoilers besides that Sonic is in it.
Yeah, well, and they got the
Well, I
real
would
voice
hope so.
actor.
That's it? What?
Wait a minute, Sonic is in the Sonic movie?
Who knew?
Apparently
but they got the
everybody
voice. They got the actual voice actor who does the voice of Sonic in the games to do it. So that was
Wait,
Nice.
Sonic has a voice actor in the games?
yes.
I mean, I've played several Sonic games. I've never heard Sonic actually say anything.
As of like the GameCube games.
Oh, so
started,
the crap era. Okay, got it.
Yes, yeah, not the good games. Although
Yeah.
the newer,
Not the originals.
yeah. But Valor throws in 10 bucks. Says BOP5 Anti-Trucker is actually older than Dirt. Don't let him fool you.
Only if the dirt is less than 52 years old.
So my favorite, you had asked my favorite Genesis games again. Earthworm
Yeah.
Jim is going to be my favorite.
Thank
Teenage
you,
Mutant-
Valor.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist is good. Castle of Illusion with Mickey Mouse is outstanding. Streets of Rage 2 is great.
Now, have
Comic
you
Zone,
played Nap Time with Bird O'Prey 5?
No, but that's kind of like the episode of South Park where Stan is just playing the game where he's got to chase the dragon, and he keeps putting the syringe in his arm.
Yeah.
To
Nap
get
Time
his...
with Birdo Prey 5 was voted the most boring game in history.
It's my medication, goddammit. It's knocking me out. Not me.
And anti-trucker, by your logic, then you're old in Canada when you hit 37.
That is true, yes.
Because it's metric, right?
No, because the legal drinking age is 18.
Well, that would be
Well-
36, actually.
36
No,
would be old.
That's the
Which
case
means
in
you're old
every other
there.
country.
No, not yet. A couple years
So
off.
here's an interesting piece of law from my home state of Wisconsin, is the fact that you can drink at any age as long as you are with a parent. So if you are a teenager in a bar with your parent, you may order a beer.
That's just disaster.
That's really smart.
Okay, I have another donation here from Rock Solid Productions. Thank
Oh.
you.
Nope,
Says,
wasn't
"Hey,
for me, so I don't know who it
Anti-Tracker."
was. I will not take credit for it.
Hey, Anti-Tracker, I know you are busy, so I'll review that Barbie movie for you.
Hell
Very
no.
cool of you. Very
Hell
cool of you,
no.
Rock Solid.
Well, that's awful nice of you, Rock Solid. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, rock solid. That is amazing of you.
So,
See,
thank you.
that's proof that didn't come from me, because we all know that I am not that nice.
That's true. Rock
That-
Solid.
well, yeah.
Rock Solid doing something nice. That's definitely out of character for him.
All right, well, I just thought I'd jump on, say hi to everybody, but I got to go back to setting up the new system, so
All right,
I'll
well,
talk to y'all later.
So enjoy
Good
being
luck.
old.
Good luck with your new system.
Yeah, all right. Take her easy, guys.
You too.
Actually, Joseph, is there a drinking age in Germany at all? I
They
didn't
care,
think there was
Ramblin'.
at all.
Well, you ever notice that, like, you look at a 10-year-old in Germany and you're like, wow, they look like they're ready for Social Security. So,
Yeah, I was able to drink in Italy when I was there in high school, freshman year. I'm like 14.
hey, Bert, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So, and I'm being serious, even though it might sound like I'm being snarky, but was the hospital bed in the hospital more comfortable than the hospital bed at home?
They are very similar beds.
Mhm.
I would
Probably
say
newer.
it was newer.
Well, that's why I was worried, because I know you're always having technical problems
Yeah.
with your bed.
It was newer. The only reason it wasn't immediately more comfortable is because the hospital puts all this stuff under you, including this like canvas. That what they do is anytime they have to transfer you, like they had to get a CAT scan and they had to transfer me.
Right. So
Between
they can all lift.
the
They have to get
bed
like
and
30
the bed
people
and the
around you to
CAT
lift
scan.
you up.
Right. Well, what they do now is they keep this canvas under you, and in every room you go to in the hospital, they have this pump that they hook up to it and inflates you, and it makes it much easier for them to slide you across.
Ah.
So as a patient, it was actually a lot easier to be slid across than what they used to do with like 5 people holding the sheets.
And how many times did they drop you?
0. They did knock my foot into the CAT scan pretty bad, but other than that, we were
And
okay.
the CAT scan was loud, I'm guessing, too, right?
It was actually a pretty new CAT scan. I mean, yeah, it wasn't quiet, but it wasn't enough to bother me.
Well, they didn't have you put in earplugs or nothing like that?
No, I think MRIs are louder.
Oh,
CAT
okay.
scans-
Okay,
MRIs are horrible.
that's what I'm thinking about then.
yeah, the MRIs, because those last like 45 minutes.
Yeah,
The CAT
that's-
scan was 15 minutes. It was.
I love why they say, okay, so now we're going to take you and put you into a giant toilet paper tube, and then so you won't be able to move, and if you open your eyes, you'll see that you have about 6 inches of clearance, so if anything bad happens, you're basically going to die. Now, we want you to relax and not move and not breathe, and by the way, we're going to be playing the most insanely loud, bizarre noises you've ever heard in your life for the next 45 minutes. Enjoy!
So anti-tracker not anti-tracker, but anti-tracker, donated $1
Oh,
and
that's
says,
nice of
now that
whoever
I'm
that is.
feeling myself, I will do the Barbie review. Check me out on Mondays too with Dear Auntie. Hail Mama Pray.
Well, whoever Auntie Trekker is, I guess is starting up a channel.
I think maybe you're changing your name, maybe?
No, I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Transitioning.
No, definitely not.
He's already
Thomas
transitioned.
wants
You'll
know-
have to talk to, as far as any kind of transitional stuff, you'll have to talk to Life with Matthew about that, because he's the only one on YouTube that likes to talk about those kinds of things. Probably because he's your fluffy bottom.
Thomas wants to know why you can watch Anti-Tracker at 1080 or 1040. I think it's 1080p.
Yeah.
But my max is 720. Well, Thomas, because I'm going through StreamYard directly, which maxes out at 720p. Anti-Tracker goes through XSplit, but uses StreamYard as a scene in XSplit.
Right.
So StreamYard maxes out at 1080, but he's not really getting any better resolution because the StreamYard window still has a 720p maximum resolution. So while it looks like it's a higher res than YouTube in terms of the number, the actual number of pixels isn't any different.
I could have
fact,
sworn that
It's probably
did-
better for me.
is it StreamYard or Streamlabs OBS can do 1080? I could have sworn.
Oh,
that says 1080.
Streamlabs can certainly do 1080. It
Okay.
could probably even do 4K. But StreamYard, which is what we use for the 5 or 6 people to talk at the same time, they
Right.
max out at 720
Because they're cheap bastards.
because
Why I
it's a
use it for
relatively
like-
it's cheaper to have the bandwidth for 720 than 1080.
Yeah. This is why.
And to be frank, I mean, look at a stream like this. 4 of us are using avatars. Anti-Tracker's face is taking up about a ninth of his screen. It really doesn't make any difference whether it's 720 or 1080.
Burr just admitted he wanted to be Frank, so who's going to be his Freddy?
Joseph the Communist.
Oh, we already know.
donated
It's Life with
$1.
Matthew. We already know that. Life with Matthew is this. You don't know the whole thing about Life with Matthew, Rock Solid?
Is he one of the first transsexuals?
Life with Matthew has confirmed that he and Berta Prey are secretly married.
Secret lover.
I didn't hear about that.
And
But
Bert
Joseph-
actually refers to him as his fluffy bottom.
Joseph the Communist donated $1. Says Rock Solid sucks at reviews. Why do you want him reviewing such a masterpiece as the Barbie movie?
Gee, thanks.
We all know we need Matthew and Anti-Tracker to review and share positives of this glorious piece.
Now I kind of want to review that Barbie movie just to stick it to
Yeah,
whoever
a
wrote
little-
it.
Okay, can I
little
stop you guys? There's a
reverse
Barbie-
psychology, I think, is at play
Is this a
here.
real thing? There's a Barbie movie.
And
Well, there's a lot of
Jitsi is in the house. Jitsi, who made that fantastic image of me and Sassy.
Oh,
It
he
says,
made it well. That was really well done.
Thank you so much, Jitsi. And guys, if you are interested, I threw it on everything. Hat. Well, I didn't, not a hat, but shirts, phone cases, pillows, mugs.
No, list your store.
It's
put a link
at
to your store.
BertoPray5.com, and you click on the link to buy merch. It's I'll put it in the link.
Isaiah Amos says 1/9 of the screen is still too much.
I'll
I
put
think
in the
that
link
Anti-Tracker's face.
for the Teespring store. Also, for those who are interested, on BertoPray5.com, I'm now shilling for my VPN service. They're not paying me, but it is an affiliate link. So if anybody subscribes,
You should start selling Berta Prey 5 Moo-Moos.
you should start selling Moos.
Maybe I will start selling Berta Prey 5 Moo-Moos.
That's not what I said.
Well, that's what I heard.
But if you need a VPN, If you go to birdofprey5.com, you can sign up with PureVPN, so I get credit.
And if you need a moo just check out Bird of Prey 5's search history on Amazon.
Or his Pure Romance store.
Yeah.
It's those were sundresses, not.
Well, sorry. If you need a
not moo-moo.
sundress, then check out Bird of Prey 5's search history.
Okay, there's the link for the Bird of Prey 5 Teespring store. And I see Valor had given another super chat. Thank you so much for $5. Bird of Prey, I heard a rumor that came out of Turkestan that Anti-Trigger uses a booster chair to hide the fact he's a hobbit.
That's a true statement.
I have sources inside the Anti-Trigger household that told me the same, but I did not want to pass it out, pass it along. Because
Obviously, you haven't been paying attention because Mrs. Anti-Tricker said the other day that I'm not a hobbit. I am a whatever Yoda is.
It's Hobbit. It's Hobbit. Hobbit's close enough. Hobbit's close enough. Honestly, I think calling you a Yoda is giving you a little bit too much. Like, Yoda's wise.
As am I.
Yes, but the thing to remember is Yoda is also over 800 years old. So, I mean, that kind of comparison does come into play.
Thank you so much, Sci-Fi Nation, who put an Amazon order through the affiliate link. Yeah, it's true. He is old. How long do hobbits live? I have no idea.
Hobbits?
I hear they have a short lifespan.
Dun.
That was really bad. But while we really, I don't know, like, I'm sure if you read the Tolkien books, you could get some more detailed information, but at least in the movies, 111 is considered very old for a hobbit. So
you're considered very old for a hobbit?
No, I'm just saying in the story, it's 111. You were asking how long does a hobbit live? Well, 111 seems to be very old, so on average, less
and
than
I
100
missed
probably.
another donation. Excuse me. Sci-Fi Nation donated $1. And he said, tiptoe through the tulips with me. So Sci-Fi Nation is going to sing Tip Through the Tulips at some point.
That's kind of weird.
And Joseph Petrick donated $1. I would have really appreciated if people stopped calling me communist, because my family suffered pretty much under the threat of the oppressive regime.
You put in a link that goes to TripAdvisor, not to your Teespring store, by the way.
Son of a bitch.
We don't want to know what else is on your clipboard, by the way.
Yeah, so don't stop calling Joseph a communist. He's not a communist. He is a European socialist.
Feel free to find something else. We will not call him a communist. Canadian. Valor donated another $5 through Super Chat. Oh, thank you so much.
Valor, you need to stop that.
Mrs. Anti-Trigger never said he was a tall Wookiee, so he could be a short Wookiee. Interesting.
Well, we know Wookiees definitely live for a few.
Sci-Fi Nation, I have the proof right here. It says you donated that. You're gonna
Wait a second, hold on. A short Wookiee, isn't that an Ewok?
Yeah, but if you actually look at
Baby
Lore
Wookiee.
Reloaded next to an Ewok, the similarities are eerie.
Also,
I think
creepier faces. Just saying.
maybe Ewoks are just baby Wookiees.
They're from different planets.
No, we've seen baby Wookiees before.
So you put the Kurogan flag on the back of your shirts and stuff like that?
Well, I did on the most recent batch. We got the Kurogan flag, and it says "Made in Kuroga," which, of course, is not true. But
so it's a lie.
He also says, "I'm a right-wing liberal." For your information.
You're a right-wing liberal, huh? I understand that Europeans are, stupid, but
Where does it say "Made in Kuroga" at?
it should say below the flag. But if you're looking at it on black, you can't see it because it's black text. But it'll show up if it's on a white or yellow or gray shirt.
Why's it got to be about color with you, man?
Yeah, really, Bird.
Oh,
Just
okay.
saying
Yeah, I can.
black on
Yeah, I
black
can barely.
doesn't show.
Yeah, I can barely see it on the black one.
Yeah, it's not really meant
So-
to.
Captain Trek was saying, well, Ewoks are cute and Lore Reloaded. No, now look, I present to you a picture of Lore Reloaded, right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with the creepy faces. That
Yeah, that looks that looks just like Lore.
That just screams, bite the pillow, I'm going in dry.
Thank you for subscribing, TXR
looks like
Worry.
you can find under your bed.
If you're here. Okay, here is the Teespring store actual link. Not TripAdvisor. Sorry, TripAdvisor was right below Teespring store in my affiliate list.
I swear to God, if it's a Pornhub link, I'm out of here.
It's not a Pornhub link. I tested it. It goes to the Shop Prey.
And
And
then
Valor puts in another $2 super chat and says, Anti-Tracker, okay, I'll stop. Sorry, Bird. You don't have to listen to Anti-Tracker on this channel, Valor. Just so you know.
Yeah, you should, but you don't have to.
The flag's not fake, Thomas. I see it all the time.
The Kuroga flag is fake.
How is it fake? It's a real flag.
Really? Let me turn on your camera and show me a Kurogan flag.
Okay.
it's going to be scribbled on a piece of paper.
I know. He's like trying to find one of his T-shirts. He's gonna hold up the T-shirt and say, "See, it's a flag, but it's a shirt."
Just need a minute.
No, you know what? If it's like a bra or something, then that does that count?
Did you say if it's a bra?
Oh no!
Oh, Bird, you wear bras, right?
No.
Oh, that's not what I meant. Never mind.
No, it's a bro, man.
Bro. Was it Seinfeld?
Yeah, Seinfeld did that.
What's up, bra?
Man's ear. Let's see.
Now, why don't you have white for a sweatshirt for the color?
I have whatever colors were available at the time.
Oh, okay.
Some might not have been pure white might not have been available.
Did you get Sisapray the blue sweatshirt?
There you go. There's the flag.
Huh?
They wanted to see the flag on camera.
You're looking at a picture on your computer screen.
You did.
That's fake.
There's nothing fake.
That is the very definition of fake.
Why is it fake?
Because you don't have an actual flag. You're just holding up a picture that from a computer screen. So it's a digitally created fake image.
Where's an actual
Let
flag?
me ask you: do you have
It's a real flag created on the computer.
No,
a physical flag for your?
It's a fake.
I can tell that's a fake. Come on.
I wasn't trying to pretend it was real cloth.
Right. So there is no real flag.
I don't have the real cloth flag available at the moment. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And
Looks like-
TXW TX, please let me know how to pronounce your name. Says, glad you're better, Bird of Prey. By the way, Anti-Tracker, not all of us Europeans, I'm a Brit, are stupid. Some of us like Star Trek.
I didn't get to finish my thought there. What I was trying to say about Yosef is
he
that
hates Europeans.
I don't hate Europeans. Shut up.
hates
is that
Europeans.
Europeans have this stupid way of like where he says he's a right wing liberal. That actually makes sense to a European, but to an American that makes no sense. That sounds like a direct contradiction in terms.
And I apologize. It's of course £5 sterling, not $5.
Yeah, because Bird hates Europeans. He won't recognize the proper name.
I
for your
just
currency.
apologize because I saw the 5 in here and it looked like $5.
By the way, it looks like Mama Prey put in $1 too.
I was just going to say, we got another a tip from Mamo Prey, donated $1. No pudding cup for you tonight, son. I told you about having Anti-Tracker over to play. He doesn't play nice with people. Now I have to really scrub down the floors.
Is that a Nintendo pillow on your couch there?
Yeah, those are.
That, Thomas, was not about British people. That was about mainland Europe.
Wait, you actually said European smell? I was like, oh, Thomas, come on, that was me. But you actually said that?
I was on a train in France, and there was a general. It was the middle of summer, and there was a body odor issue that you don't have in the United States. I'm sorry, it was just the truth.
Yeah, I think somebody wants their £5 back.
This was it was France. It wasn't the UK.
Oh,
And so what I said was that I'd rather sit in the smoking car of the train because it smelled better, frankly, than the regular car we were in. On
the
that
regular
train
car,
ride.
meaning the American car.
No, it had freaking people coming in, and they were trying to sit down, and we had to show them our tickets that we had to reserve this part
Yeah,
of
you
the
good
car.
Americans.
It was the truth from a certain point of view.
I
Hello,
had to come
Joseph.
to the stream. Hello,
Hey,
gentlemen.
Joseph, how you doing?
Just because it's not that you said that Europeans smell, you said the Europeans do not shower,
Oh, ouch!
which you put
Says France
tens
doesn't count.
of billions, millions of people into one bucket, yeah, and you said that
No,
we don't
apparently you
shower.
don't have a bucket, according to Bird.
I stand by, at the time, the particular Europeans on that train were clearly not showering often.
Just keep digging.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's all Europeans. It's just something that was
So
an issue
notice
at the
Tuxer
time.
Ray, or how I apologize if I'm butchering your name, but notice that when Joseph, an actual European, comes on to talk about how Bird accused Europeans of not showering, Bird's first thing he says is, "I stand by my word." So
I'm not going to change what happened. I mean, that was fact. That happened. I mean, it's history to me.
right, so you stand by that you believe that Europeans don't shower.
I stand by that at the time. The
And you know
Europeans
what?
that I
It was
interacting
even
with.
worse what you said, because you were talking about how we probably do not shower every day or something like this. We should go back to the stream.
So, in synopsis, we can easily say here, Bird hates Europeans. Confirmed?
Yes.
No.
plausible.
No, it's basically let's just make a round. Bird thinks we smell. Anti-Tracker says we are dumb, and Rox calls me communist all the time. So perfect panel where I am right now.
It is you.
Why are you here, Joseph?
Mama praises.
I
she
guess that
loves
just
you,
proves
Joe.
that I'm the one that's right since you're here.
Birdgate. Brian McFarland says, "Heidi ho, everybody." DJ says, "Okay, all Europeans." You can unsub to Auntie and Bird and sub to me. I'm European friendly chat. And
Hey, I've
Star
actually
Trek
featured
Nitpickers-
European gaming stores in Europe on my channel, so
Star Trek Nitpickers.
Okay, now the apologies start coming. Okay.
I'm not. First of all, I didn't get to finish what I was saying. You now, and because here's the thing: when you did say you were a right wing liberal,
Yes.
and so what I was trying to say, but then
Hello,
the conversation
Jeff
got
Franklin.
derailed, was that it seems stupid, especially from the American perspective, because to us, right wing and liberal are two direct opposites. So maybe you should explain that since you're now here.
Since I'm here, okay. So basically, socialists are for more state, less personal freedoms, and the liberal and the right and the liberals are basically in the economy, more personal freedom, more personal responsibility, less state influence, and
So what Americans would call conservative.
yeah. So this is and this would go into this would be the opposite of the socialist, and the liberal is on personal freedoms in terms of do whatever you want to do as long as it doesn't hurt me.
Which sounds like what we would call a classical liberal, which is actually a conservative in American politics. So
Yes,
that's why it gets.
I knew why I put it into the chat, because I know that it creates controversy, because it sounds totally different in the United States as it sounds in the United States, and it sounds differently in Europe than it sounds in the United States, and even in Europe, definitely. Let's say with different political systems, like let's say in UK, it can vary.
I see unbathed Europeans just donated $1.
Yeah, I'll get to them in a second.
Okay, just read it.
Valor Omega donated another $5. Thank you again so much. Says there's an old saying that someone smells like a French lady of the night. It had to come from somewhere. Hello.
Yeah, it came from Karoga actually, but
I didn't hear that particular one.
Speaking of which, Thomas Paul says, Bird of Prey, I don't see a Karoga flag on your store. How can I burn one then? Is it not available yet?
Yeah, I will add a Karoga flag to the store, but burning the Karoga flag is not legal, just so you know.
GT is asking, socialists are right wing.
No. And stuff though.
no, fascists are right wing.
So we can stomp
fascists
on the
are not
flag.
right wing. Fascists
They
are centrist.
centrist and even left, I would say.
So unbathed Europeans donated $1. Says, how dare you lump all of us in a box? Only 75% of us go unbathed.
I think that was
And
DJ.
hey Jeff, how you doing?
Something about a box and Europeans. Yeah, he said he puts iron.
Well, I guess it's time for me to go back to watching Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, get to something that's a
Really,
little more
Star
pleasant.
Trek
Right?
Yes.
Discovery.
And by the way, Bert, I'm gonna next Wednesday. I got you, baby.
You got me?
I'm gonna reveal your secret. Okay.
Uh-oh. Which secret?
About Star Trek Discovery.
The bird actually loves it.
Yep.
He has a poster of Michael Burnham on his wall.
That doesn't sound like 15 minutes of positivity. It sounds like 15 minutes of fiction.
No,
Hey, it could be positive fiction.
It's positivity because he's going to show how you are actually a positive Star Trek Discovery fan.
Well, it brings joy to the viewers.
Yes. That's absolutely 15 minutes of positivity because he's positive that you love Discovery.
Okay, we'll see what happens, number one.
Okay.
Jitsi says, Joseph, socialists are right-wing in Slovakia.
I'm just trying to explain it, but I can say it out loud, so I don't need to type it into the chat. No, socialists are socialists, so they are left wing everywhere. So basically, when you look at what they are, what their ideal world is, so the opposite would be the right wing or liberal. Because then you have as well conservative side, and when we are talking about conservatives, it's like no gay rights, abortion laws are need to be more strict, and so on and so on. And this goes actually totally against my views, especially
Well,
with
and
with
see, that's where you get into like what you might call social conservatism. Where you have, for example, in the United States, you have a fairly significant portion of conservatives that go along with a social dogma of basically what you would call traditional Christian values, and that they should be legislated. Which even though I am a Christian, I don't believe that those types of things belong in politics at all. I don't
exactly. Thank you very much.
But the but true conservatism is really about the economic system and the control level stuff. That's what and that's what's quite frankly more important. And that's where it's kind of ironic that many many liberals in the United States try to identify as with their liberal brethren in Europe, when they don't realize that their liberal brethren in Europe are actually conservatives in the United States. But that's a kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, it's a weird mix, definitely.
Yeah.
And Joe Lau says, "Hi guys, I'm back. Morning chat, morning panel. Good morning, Bird of Prey 5. Good morning, Joe Lau.
Morning, Joe.
And Jeff
morning
Franklin
to you.
said hello to everybody, by the way.
Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff.
individually.
Say it like one of those therapy groups. Like, hi,
Thomas wants you to check Skype,
Yeah, I'm
anti-tracker.
checking it now. See what did he send me?
Oh my
this time?
God.
Well, no, that's the picture of Lore Reloaded there. But I don't know.
that's that was a little startling.
Joe Lau says, you got this, and thanks, Doc.
Oh yeah.
Wait. What's that?
That's a picture of your room.
Is that my room?
I mean, it's obviously. I mean, you got your Let It Be up there.
Who did
Bird of Prey
this?
5 girls.
I don't understand. Where did that even come from?
Michael. What
What
did you
the hell?
just tell me? Thomas Potts said, "Anti-checker, check Skype." This was on Skype.
So you got AOC, Hillary, Pelosi, and Warren in the top corner. We got Michael Burnham. I don't know, what's that a record of? Is that
That's Simon and Garfunkel there.
Simon and Garfunkel?
Oh,
Let it be.
anti-tracker knew what the record was.
I love Simon and Garfunkel. I ain't gonna lie.
So it must be his room.
Yeah.
No, the only thing that you could say would be I don't even know who the musician is there below Michael Burnham, but I like Simon and Garfunkel, and there's a TN, which I assume is for Tennessee. That's about it for me.
And then there's an all something in the right next to his face with a tree.
Yeah, it's I think that's like a yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
There are the letters ILL. So what is it? Kill?
Kill? Where do you see kill?
No,
No, it's ALL. It's all something. And,
Oh, it's A. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on a small screen, so
Or something.
Over here. All
like all
Oh.
are something.
All our
welcome
base are belong to
properly?
us.
Looks like a hippie room or something.
Right. I'm sure it's a
What?
hippie. Well, because you're into that kind of thing.
What is going on?
All are dead inside. I don't know.
Is it a pillowcase behind my head, or
That's your
Is there-
bed, obviously.
Is there blonde hair coming out of the pillowcase?
Is your head on fire?
It looks like you're just tripping balls. Honestly, that's you're just like
Laura-
you look like you're
Lori
like, oh
Roberts.
yeah, man. Woo.
Lori
So Bird
Roberts.
is the Lion King, or is the Tiger King confirmed?
Yeah. This is Bird chasing the dragon right here.
Hello, Lori. Lori's asking if I'm wearing a JJ hat.
Well, obviously.
That does look like a pink punani hat.
Looks like a Trent Reznor to me. Says Jitsi. I don't know
the
who that is.
musician Trent Reznor. He's 9 Inch Nails. If you've ever,
It's
I
not
don't
what
know.
I sleep in.
That is a Bird. This is a picture that Thomas took of you when you were like tripping balls and sleeping.
I think the white stuff in the background is just his head on fire because he's thinking too hard.
Yeah.
Smoke was billowing out of his
He
head.
overclocked that 486.
Ah,
So congratulations, Bird. Your secret's out.
apparently, that was when I was using a green screen. I don't even remember that picture. So is that what Captain Track was? Number one sci-fi was
what
going
Thomas
to
sent me.
reveal.
May I
Wow.
say something?
Yes, Mama Frey, please.
Okay. Hi, guys.
Hi,
Hey,
Mama
Mama
Frey.
Frey.
Everyone was so nice to Bird when he was in the hospital last week that I actually ripped up my entire list and I told Uncle Paulie to go on vacation. And he did. And he went to the sunny part of the southeast United States. But you know what? I think
You will start a new one.
he's going to have a short vacation. And there's actually somebody really close to him that might be on the list.
Mm.
Other than that, guys, have a good night.
Wow.
I hope Uncle Polly is not visiting Europe.
No, not till after the lockdown is over.
Well, there you go.
So you've got at most
You have until lockdown.
6 months. Yes, you'll be fine. Well, you won't be fine anymore. But
Sean Araki put in a 99-cent super sticker with Anti-Trekker's avatar. So thank you, John Araki. I kind of feel like that should go to Anti-Trekker, but
I kind of agree.
well, you can use that super chat to super
Yeah,
chat. to teach
Bird can send it to me. He will.
I won't.
I know Bird is an honest.
Uncle Remus says, "Hail, Mama, pray." Thomas has to go to work. Have a good night. Good night, Thomas
Have a
Potts.
good one, Thomas.
See you, Thomas Pitts.
And Lori wants copies of that picture, by the way.
Ain't nobody
Whatever.
want copies of that picture.
Whoever has it. Apparently, some
You
people.
need like a
want-
wallet-sized version of the picture, so you can just like look at it. And you're...
Joe Lau says things have been happening at work. Things have been happening at work for me. I'm glad you're well. Great to see you. Thank you so much, Joe Lau. I hope things that were happening at work are good, but I have a feeling that that's not usually how people say good things happen. But I hope you are well. And John Araki with a $2 super chat. Excuse me. Says the sticker was for Mrs. Anti-Trekker. So it's not for you, Anti-Trekker.
But it means you have to transfer the money anyway.
But I have
Well,
to
what,
transfer
you get
to
like
Mrs.
45
Anti-Trekker,
cents from that.
not to Anti-Trekker. Which means I can send it to Dr. Alex. He can hold it till she gets there. And Sci-Fi Nation with a $2 super chat and says he owes this to Anti-Trekker, but he isn't streaming, so it's mine.
Wow.
Thank you so much. And Anti-Trekker is going crazy, spamming my chat.
It's not my fault.
Then he wants Dear
Yeah.
Bob.
Yeah. He's pulling a rock solid right now in the chat. Yeah.
I always knew he wanted to be like me.
Yeah, right.
Let me see. Is there? Let me see. I don't even know if there is any deer
Oh,
bops.
looks like, yeah.
No, he doesn't want to lose a third of his subscribers.
We've got a couple.
I'm just waiting for a middle finger coming from rock solid right now. Oh, thank you. There it is.
You are number one.
Not disappoint, sir. You do not disappoint.
Thank you. I deserved it.
Let's see.
Your mother's a whore, Trebek.
There we
That's how
go.
you do the middle finger.
So, I mean, I don't know how appropriate this this deer bop really is going to be, but I'll bring it up. I don't know if anybody wants to say anything about
Well,
it.
you have to pick who answers it before you read it. That's what makes it fun.
Okay. I don't know that it's actually asking a question though. But let's well, you can answer it, Anti-Tracker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, sure. There you go, playing favorites again. Just because he's got the biggest channel, isn't it?
Yep, that's exactly why.
Son of a bitch.
Now we got Rock Street going Dear Rock Solid, Dear Rock Solid. See, now we should just ban Rock Solid because he's responsible for everyone doing it now. So
let's see.
See, once again, I just bring things to the other people's channels that enhance their channels. Think about it. Did you guys play
Right.
word,
So this
play
way
your
we
word,
cut you
or
off
use
at
your
the
word
source,
before
and
me?
then-
No.
Okay.
It says, Dear Bop, Joe Biden here. I'm inviting you to my next hometown live stream. I'm really excited because it's going to be a slumber party and everyone will be in pajamas. Your next mayor, Joe.
And so, since I'm answering this for Bird of Prey, of course. So, Joe, thank you so much. Bird will be there. And not only will he be there, but you can roll him out in a special Obamacare grade health bed that he can be in the center and everybody else can be sleeping all around him. And Bird has promised to sleep butt naked and with sheets made out of plastic wrap.
Yeah, you see, this is why we don't let noobs do Dear Bop.
Did you just say nudes?
Noobs.
Yeah, Bird is the nude. that's the whole point there.
No, I thought he was the plebe.
Okay, Rock Solid. I don't know what it is, but this one's yours.
Hit me.
Dear Bop, I have a compatibility question. If I buy a new hammer, will it be backwards compatible with the older nails I already own? Or do I have to buy a new set of nails?
Now, see, this is a good question for Rock Solid since he's into the retro stuff.
Well, it's one of those things where you have to make sure that the angle of the dangle is inversely proportional to the heat of the beat each and every time you go ahead and utilize that new hammer on those retro nails. The other thing you need to really be concerned with is whether you are using an NTSC, NTSC-J, or a PAL hammer with the right type of nails that you have on there. I would say go to Amazon.
Yeah, it's always better just buy new. Make sure if you get a metric hammer, you get metric nails. Otherwise, Imperial for both. You don't want.
Well, you can always emulate too.
It's also very
but
important.
when you emulate, you end up with pixelated nails.
It's very important that the metal of the hammer is at least as hard as the metal of the nail. Because if you use a soft metal for the hammer, like say nickel, but you're using brass nails, that could shatter the hammer and kill you.
Well, just don't use soft putty either.
Don't use what?
Soft putty?
His name, Soft Putty.
No, don't use soft
Yeah, it's
putty.
not my name. Thanks a lot.
So
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the answer, since I was the one who submitted that one.
Oh, okay. And here's for you, Joseph. Dear Bop, Return of a New Hope, Strikes Rogue, Solo Force Menace, Rise of the Last Sith Clones. That is all. You know who.
I'm not sure what should I answer here. Just Ray is the bestest
The
Wow.
best ever.
ever.
So stunning and so brave.
So Renee, okay. Okay. Who do we still have?
Well, you haven't
Mando?
had Mando do one yet.
Mando's still here, yes.
All right.
Mando. This one's for you, buddy. Dear Bop, it me, the traveler. I did some bad things to Wesley Crusher. What should I do?
Oh, myself together. I guess. Well, first undo whatever bad things you've done, if possible.
Undo? What do you think? He's Q? He can snap his fingers and undo it?
All right. Well,
Yeah, Traveler's only real ability is to
and
travel.
let him figure it out for a few years.
I would say this, Traveler, is that what you really need to do is just move in with Joe Biden. You should consider being his running mate, and the two of you can travel all around the country and touch all sorts of people.
Now, I would have said you should get a starship, go to Time Warp, and prevent yourself from ever meeting Wesley to begin with. But, yeah, no.
Hey, but
That's
then you
just
can go
me.
to the other kid and, you know.
But what would God need with a starship?
Doesn't matter. This is the Traveler, not God.
Okay, I guess this one's mine now. Dear Bop, and it's blank. It's just blank.
Wow.
I'm drawing a complete blank.
Okay, dear Rock Solid,
Oh, wow.
I've seen Bob taking up an NES, SNES, and your firstborn. Signed, Sassy O'Prey.
Okay, have fun with them.
So you're okay with Bird stealing your NES, SNES, and your firstborn?
Well, my firstborn doesn't really talk to me right now, so I mean that's kind of neither here nor there.
He cares more for taking the NES and the SNES.
And anyway, you know where to find your firstborn. It will be in the mines.
That's true.
No, because that would
How
require that
old
you would
is your
actually work, and that doesn't happen.
How old is your firstborn, if I may ask? About
17.
It might be too old for the mines. Yeah.
Really, that's too old for the mines?
We'll find something.
Or, you know,
Okay.
As for it, yeah, he's not going to work.
So this one is mine.
Work. I mean, they don't know that. They're going to try and put him to work, and then they're going to find out for themselves.
Dear Bob, I'm living in cold part of the U.S. I have very little body hair. Can you please help me and send over some of your beautiful fur?
Joe Biden?
Yeah. It's not signed, but get me a name and address and a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I'll fill it with some body hair.
It's not
fill it all right.
Just sent it.
Send it to you. You'll have to use your own glue or whatever.
But here's the question: will it smell like a European train car?
You know, if I wash first, it shouldn't.
Wow. See, here's the thing: is the fact that he said if he washes it first.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, Bird. So you just confirmed that you think Europeans smell.
So whoever said Ray, it was a weak answer. They want you to try again.
It was me. Yes, so definitely first trilogy is a must. Actually, today I was watching a few video clips on YouTube where kids reacted to I Am Your Father, and it was hilarious. So I think it was one of the best plot twists in cinema history. I really appreciated that one. So the first trilogy is very good. The prequels. Yeah, okay. The movies are nice if you are a young kid who is easily impressed by special effects. And the latest trilogy, yeah, it's a train wreck. Please don't watch it.
Just remember, there's only one return, and it's not of the king; it's of the Jedi.
Hey, Fortune
In
Barber.
Star Wars, yes. Forty and Barber, hello.
Hello, 14 Barber. Not Ryan Johnson says Anti-Tracker is a troll. Confirmed.
No, he's not a troll. He's a hobbit. We've established this.
I'm definitely not a troll.
We got the dear bops. Joe Lowe says you're right, Bird. Great sensitivity you still have. It only means you're healthy and well. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry that it doesn't mean good news. Not Ryan Johnson says you have to admit Rock Solid is a trailblazer. That is true. It is true.
Why do we have wait?
Probably have
Wait.
better
Why do we
film.
have to admit that he's a trailblazer? What trails is he blazing?
Use your words.
How about bringing use your words to this community? How about that one for starters? How about
It's not like
having
you
Piano
created use
Dean
your
do
words.
I'm so Ronery. I'm so Ronery. So Ronery. So Ronery and here are Rome.
He's trying to out-sing me on my own stream.
That's not very hard to do.
Wow.
You should do a
because
duet.
that's actually singing versus caterwauling.
Joe Lau says bird streams always bring me happiness and laughter. Oh, you're welcome, Joe.
He didn't say thank you.
It's fine. He's still welcome.
No, but he was saying that, you know, like it's like because he's having an aneurysm that it's like, you know, the kind of maniacal laughter that you have as you're dying. That's what he means.
Well, just remember,
Nation
ignorance is bliss. I mean, there is that.
Yeah.
Bird of Prey knows all about being soft. Confirmed. I should read these before I read them out loud.
No.
Captain Drax says
So
hello
why
to
start
Jeff
now?
Franklin.
Don't worry, Bird. This is just a dream. You're asleep.
Not Ryan Johnson says Rock Solid has no feelings. Confirmed. Do you have no feelings?
No, I have no guilt.
You have no guilt. Wow.
I have no
14
class. I have no
Barber-
taste.
Is it chimney sweep? Where did chimney sweep come in?
Not sure.
Normally at the top of the roof.
Maybe because they don't bathe.
Wow, you just don't think anybody bathes?
We're gonna keep coming back to this.
You really
Sci-Fi
have this
Nation is
obsession.
asking the panel, any suggestions for a webcam? Low light will not be an issue, as lighting kit is on the order list.
Well, it depends on if you want really high quality, then you don't want a webcam. I mean,
Yeah, I'm using a DSLR myself.
Yeah, me too.
Mm.
And
However, if you're gonna get
you have the DSLR now plugged as your webcam. You are using
Yeah.
it right now as your webcam.
Yep,
And
that's my T7i.
how are you solving the problem with battery? Do you have the battery adapter?
No, right now I'm just using the battery, but I do have an adapter.
I have a
on
fake
order.
battery adapter. It's basically, it just goes into the battery slot, but it has a power cord that dangles out of the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I had actually ordered one of
Oh, I
those,
got one of
but they
those
sent
for
me
my,
one that's
Xbox
not compatible.
Oh, that sucks. So, but how long lasts the battery?
About 2 hours.
2 hours, okay.
Yeah, so you could do a typical live stream on a battery, but if you run long, you know, like, and I know sometimes, Joseph, you know, you'll be on a live stream for, 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do that, you want to get an adapter. However, to be honest, if you're going to get a webcam, don't spend a ton of money. Get a good microphone before you spend a bunch of money on a webcam. Just get like a C920, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I would
and
recommend the C9.
C920 is actually perfect because it's a full HD camera, and actually when you are using StreamYards anyway, you get 720 out of it. So
Yeah.
For streaming, for streaming, I think it's okay. For recording videos, definitely a DSLR camera is the right choice. But
Here's the
No,
thing to
Asian
remember
Muslim
too
woman
is
born
look
in
at
the USSR is the right choice. But
look at
So
what
the answer is
Jeremy at Geeks and
Logitech.
Gamers uses. I mean, he touts the fact that he uses what, a $40 webcam that he bought at Target.
right.
Star Trek Midfigure says, use your words, birds.
This is the thing that I, for example, I don't have a microphone, but I was looking for something available on the market. There are like around the 150 euro or dollar in the area. You can find solid microphones, I think.
Yeah, if you're gonna spend a few bucks, spend it on the mic.
Yeah, definitely. Because I know that you can hear me relatively well right now. The sound is coming over good, but it's a gaming headset that I'm using.
Well, this mic and everything that I use, I got for $35 off of Amazon.
And this microphone is like 300 and something. So,
yeah.
Oh, sure.
Well, it is.
See what I did there? Or is that a Sennheiser?
No, this is a SM7B. Sure.
And so Sci-Fi Nation is thinking webcam or GoPro. He has a decent mic on the list already.
I would get a webcam before GoPro. If you're going to get something better than a webcam, do not go GoPro. Go with something like something with a removable lens that's a decent quality, but you don't have to spend a ton of money. Like, what did you say you have, Rock Solid?
For a camera?
Yeah.
I'm using a Canon T7i.
Okay. And I'm using the Sony, oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called now, but it's a cheap camera. It's like, less than $200. And but the nice thing is it's the glass, not the body of the camera, that makes all the difference. So
right.
If you have if it has a removable lens kit, then you get a name brand like Sony or Canon or Nikon, and you'll be able to get a huge assortment of lenses for it. Then you find that lens that works for you.
Now, here's the other thing, too, is don't be afraid to just use your cell phone. I mean, in low lighting, you're going to run into issues, and you're not going to have the greatest depth of field. But if you're just starting out, I used my cell phone until January of last year.
So Cousin Dibs is saying the, the Rode Pod mic is great quality and affordable $100 dynamic mic.
Rode makes good lower cost mics. I mean, honestly, if I was trying to go on a budget, Rode would probably be number one on my list.
Yeah, something
See,
like
my
this.
Canon came with, it was a kit that came with a Rode shotgun microphone, and it's terrible.
Well, that's
the mic
came with it.
Yeah, well, it's not just that it came with it; it's the fact that there's no processing, there's no amplification or anything like that to it.
And it's going good, Dibs. Going good.
Although I did just pick up, I don't know if you guys can see that, it's a triple mount on my DSLR. So when I'm shooting videos, that's my wireless receiver for my microphone. I've got a, I don't know, turn it up slowly, or maybe not. Is the battery dead? Oh, I'm sorry, it did turn on. I didn't realize that. But so that I can do spotlight when I'm on my photo bench and everything. And then I've got another item that'll go here for my flash, and I've actually got a ring light on my DSLR too.
Yeah, so Fortune, Barbara, and I were talking about the HMS Queen Elizabeth. It's a giant aircraft carrier. It's got a launch ramp. All the jets on it are F-35Bs that Britain purchased from the United States. So.
Huh?
Okay, Sci-Fi Nation put in a link. I'm just going to copy it and check
that's
it.
the mic he was looking at.
Podcast, microphone.
Here's, and I'm sure Bird and Anti-Trekker will both agree with this, is the fact, worry about hardware secondly, worry about your content to begin with. People are more forgiving than ever as far as not perfect lighting, not perfect sound, not perfect camera. If the content itself is good.
Where I would say I would go with what Anti-Tracker says always, to have a good sound, because honestly, often I just listen to streams or to videos, and if the sound is not good, it's a turn off for me. Because really, especially on live streams, I'm doing like gazillion stuff during live streams, and I'm listening to them like to podcasts, and that's why I think that sound is very important. I don't mind if somebody's only showing like a picture or an icon during the live streams. It's the sound needs to be good. I really hate when it's crackling or when it's breaking up or it's very low.
Or it sounds like Bird of Prey.
No. That's not true. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here all the time. Especially.
Oh, that's how we can get rid of
You're
you.
just trying to add some class to it. That's all.
Yeah. It's after 1 a.m. here. It's Friday for 1 hour for me already.
I think it looks like a decent mic. I mean, I don't have any experience with the brand name, but it looks decent.
Although I get nervous about anything that says it's for podcasting. Basically, that's a way of saying, yeah, this isn't good enough to say broadcasting.
Well, and here's the interesting thing, too, looking at it, is the fact that it's a USB input, and a lot of times I found mics that go into USB versus having either an 1/8 or a 1/4 inch jack, you get just really poor performance out of.
The thing is, but when you have it with a jack, you need immediately an amplifier or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the type of, like mine is an XLR mic, and so if you have an XLR based mic, then you have to have a USB interface for the XLR inputs to go to get to your computer. And you know, if you get one piece of equipment wrong in there, it's going to sound like crap. Like one of the reasons that I was using a different mic for the longest time was not because I had this mic and I love this mic, but it was underpowered. I needed to get something that could actually amplify it enough, because the SMB7 is a notoriously underpowered mic. And so even though it's got great quality, it's just you have to amp it significantly. But if you use a crappy amp, then you hear a lot of hiss in your line. So you got to be, it gets complicated.
But okay, but definitely in the beginning, how much money do you want to really spend?
Right.
Especially when you are not earning from YouTube at this stage. Right. Once you start getting some money out of it, okay, definitely invest.
Yeah, and I would say this, so as far as like if you're gonna if you want to get serious about audio equipment, don't look on Amazon. Start looking at B&H. B&H Photo, they just cater to artists and musicians. If you're going to do your shopping online.
But obviously you are then, not obviously, but probably you are then moving to a different price levels as well.
Yeah. I mean, they have microphones that cost in the hundreds and thousands.
Yeah. Usually what I do, I go and look for reviews and comparisons of things that I want to buy, if it's a vacuum cleaner or whatever else. Yeah.
Speaking of vacuum cleaners, how you doing, Bird?
He's on mute, so probably.
Yeah, exactly. That's
you just put him on spot, but he probably doesn't hear it because of the.
He's like, now he's panicked, and the geology machine just fell off, and there's like stuff spraying everywhere. It's like absolute chaos at the open.
Nothing's spraying or going off. What's the matter?
Nothing. We were just talking about how your geology machine was backfiring.
I was muted. Sorry. I was talking with Mama Prey. We were discussing dinner.
Yeah. Huh?
What's for dinner?
We're going to be ending. I don't know yet. But I'm going to be ending the stream in a couple of minutes. So.
Well, what happened to Risk?
Nitpicker says new episode for the USS New York. on
Oh,
Saturday.
very cool. I look forward to it.
Yep, same here.
Guys, if you're not already subscribed to Star Trek Nitpickers, please do. He's got a great channel. 14 and Barber, another great channel.
I really hate that you
Best
can't just
from
click on their
YouTube.
name to get to their channel anymore. That's,
Yeah, exactly. Star
that-
Trek Nitpickers, I'm subscribed, but just throw in the link.
Rock Solid Productions, got a decent channel. If
I
you're
just
not
want
already
to not just subscribe, but make sure you're still subscribed. I've been losing subscribers a lot lately.
Oh man, me too.
Dib says even the blue snowball mic is a good mic to start off with. Throw a nice noise suppressor or gate on there with a user-friendly software is decent sounding. The blue snowball?
There's a mic called the
Yeah, it's called Blue Snowball.
Okay.
Joshua, my son Joshua, he's and you've heard his like recordings and stuff that he does. He does all that on a Blue Yeti.
Yeah, this is what I
Oh.
wanted to say, that Blue Yeti is one of the
Yeah,
brands
I've
that I
got
was
the
looking
Blue
at.
Yeti.
Yeah. So there are decent mics on the market, definitely.
Yeah.
They don't blow your budget completely.
I can't tell, but I'm pretty sure Uncle Remus wants you to play Risk.
I'm sorry, Uncle Remus, not now. Maybe if someone's on tonight, we can do Risk,
You
but
see, Bird hates you.
yeah, I'm going to get going. And yeah,
Uncle
I'll tell you
Remus, I would completely agree
Very
with that statement. You don't need to put a question mark at the end.
Captain Track lost 27 subscribers in 2 weeks.
Damn.
What
Yeah.
the hell, YouTube? Guys, please subscribe to Captain Track. Make sure you're still subscribed. If you thought you were subscribed, clearly there's some shenanigans going on.
Captain Trek, throw in the link. I will check it.
The blue snowball's about $50.
To the Nitpickers, I am subscribed.
Actually, Anti-Checker, I got unsubscribed from you.
Yeah, I've lost over 100 subs in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I'm sorry, Uncle Remus. Yeah, Anti-Terror can get a Risk game going, or Rock Solid, or anyone.
well, I'm not streaming for a little while. I'm gonna have dinner first, but
So
I might do a Twitch stream in like
Okay,
5 hours.
Captain Trek. Checking Captain Trek. I am subscribed, so that's fine. This
people
whole bell
losing subs
notification.
because YouTube sucks. I don't know if it sucks as much as Twitch.
You know what, Joe? I was
subscribers are different on
trans deer
Twitch.
whatever person on their safety committee.
Oh
but-
yeah, I just heard about that.
But it's there's no great streaming. There's no great streaming service right now.
You know what? Even with the notifications, I had my YouTube on. I was waiting for the stream to pop up, and I just clicked. I got a notification on Facebook about your stream, but not on YouTube.
I saw earlier. Yeah, sorry about that.
You don't need to apologize for
well,
YouTube.
Google has their little, the thing is, we're being real about it. Google's getting into an election cycle, so we're going to probably see more and more Google shenanigans moving forward as they're testing how well their algorithm can properly try to steer people away from supporting
Did we
certain
say
people.
anything on this stream that would go to the election one way or the other?
You have said in the past, Bird, that you were a Trump supporter.
In the past, but I didn't
Right.
say it here.
Yes, but you know what? They know that therefore, you're more likely to say things that Trump supporters like to hear. And therefore, they want to keep people away from you because they don't want people to hear things that Trump supporters want to hear. They want to hear only how bad Trump is.
I'm not going
Love
to vote
Trump's
for
hate.
Trump. I'm not going to vote for Trump.
Yeah, Joseph's not going to vote for Trump.
Well, we know Yosef's not going to, but, Yosef's
Although He might vote for Biden. We won't know that for sure.
I think you should endorse Biden, Bird.
Biden donates to me every day.
Exactly. So
I
you should,
already said I'm running with Biden.
you're
Biden's
running
my running
with
mate.
Biden.
Yeah, Biden's gonna be my running mate. I endorse Biden.
Oh, I'm calling BS right now. When was the last time you ran, Bird?
Ooh,
2007.
I didn't want to go that far.
That was like, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason, I haven't had any issues on Twitch either yet so far.
So yeah.
Dips, put your Twitch link into the chat.
Yeah, please,
I'll
because
put it-
I don't have it offhand.
Do I have access? No, I'm not a mod, so I'll put it in the private chat.
54.5 Access Radio. Just subscribe to Captain Track. Awesome.
And I'm sorry, I was having some audio issue. I've got a weird thing where every once in a while my Bluetooth driver just like gives me weird audio issues. I dropped the link to the mic that I'm using in the chat too.
Yeah, that is not available on Amazon.
Oh, where you're at?
At the link.
Oh, I'm seeing current. Okay. Huh. But newer, they've got a number of different audio solutions out there, so they may have updated.
The best thing is I just opened it, and obviously I'm in Slovakia, so the mic says price is $72.99 plus $89.29 shipping. Okay.
Well, if you look, if your page loaded the way that mine did, in the upper left-hand corner, it has a link to the newer NW700. That looks like it's an updated. Oh, that's the black version, where mine is the blue version.
Yeah.
So we know that Bird wouldn't buy that because I mean,
Yeah, it's black.
Right, there you go.
You know, speaking of black, I was.
Please don't
thinking
finish
today-
that sentence.
Yeah, that was really bad, Bird. You just say,
I was
By the way,
thinking
today, just to confirm, even on his microphone, Bird has a blue. What is it called?
windscreen
wind filter or whatever. Wind guard.
Mhm.
The phone.
Yeah, the wind
deal.
guard.
So
I put my Twitch in the private chat.
But
If someone wants to put it up.
oh, private chat. Okay. Cast in the Shadows, Mando. I will paste that in.
To Mendo, I'm already
Um,
subscribed. That's not a problem.
Yes, check out Mando.
So far, it seems the only person I got unsubscribed from was Anti-Tracker. So.
Well, that was someone looking out for your own best interests.
But anyway, let me finish. Speaking of black, I
Please
was
don't
thinking,
finish that sentence.
wouldn't it be cool if in a like if
Okay, go
Star
ahead.
Trek comes back in some legitimate form, that we saw a black painted Federation ship, like whether it was a Miranda or a
no,
Galaxy
because we already
class.
saw that with the Vengeance, and it looks stupid.
What vengeance? What do you mean? What's the vengeance?
In
Star Trek
You-
Into Darkness. That
Into
was-
Oh,
Darkness.
get into darkness. No, I'm talking about actual prime universe.
Right. The only
You
reason
know,
they would
like-
have
like-
a
let's
black
say-
ship is if it was a Section 31 ship. You're just setting yourself up to fail. There's no way you
Let's
can.
say it was just like you're let's say Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and a freaking Galaxy class comes out of warp, and it's black.
Why would that?
See, I don't know. I think the Defiant would have looked really sharp if it was black.
Yeah, that too.
What I really
And
liked
like,
that
why? And someone would say, "I've never seen a black Federation ship before."
That's because
they're
it's
like,
antithetical
Yeah,
to the
that's
Federation.
Captain whatever. Every ship he commands, he has painted black.
I'm not against it. I just want to say though, they may not do it just because, or it's probably better not to do it only so this way the ships stand out from the.
Yeah,
black
because space
background.
Yeah,
is
you want
black.
them to look like Federation ships too. I mean,
Well, that's what I'm saying. It has to be an iconic Federation design. So a Galaxy class, an Excelsior, a Nebula, something. Miranda.
Well, just
whatever.
remember too. I mean, different universe, but there was a black X-wing in the Force Awakens.
That doesn't make it good.
I'm just saying that it was.
And it was actually just had black trim on it. It wasn't like the
No,
entire.
it was
And
black.
the captain should
No, it
be
was
a
black.
Vulcan.
Yeah, it was black with orange trim, but it looked horrible. It looked like a prototype type of.
Oh my God, a black bird of prey.
And they call it the
would be
Blackbird.
cloaked even when it wasn't cloaked. LDG Pixels, hello.
And actually, that makes it would actually make more sense in a non-Star Trek universe to have
a black galaxy class from the mirror universe. I like it, Star Trek nitpickers.
Why would you go through the trouble of painting your ship black?
We need a name for this black ship.
I'm not going to touch that one.
Don't do it. Don't fall into the trap. Abort!
No,
Abort!
stop. It's not going to be what you're thinking.
We'll make it Bird's personal flagship. It'll be like the USS Plantation.
And on that note, my wife just got home with the baby, so I'm going to cut loose. I will catch you boys on the flip side.
Take care, Dibs. Take care.
care.
Solid.
Have a good one.
So no, but you see, the thing is that it's antithetical to the Federation concept. And so I don't think a black Federation ship would make sense within universe. And that's
You're racist.
Huh?
You're racist.
No. It has nothing to do with race. What does the color... That's like saying you don't like green cars, so you're a racist. That doesn't make sense. It's nonsensical. Besides, everybody knows that you're the racist of the panel here.
Nice, sharp, shiny, black, like patent leather shoes.
And then what are you going to do? Have every scene of the show take place in a nebula so you can see the ship?
That's the only.
You could have a planet behind it or something.
Because, space is black. So
yeah,
pretty much.
Exactly. What I liked was when the ships had a red colored
you
parts.
You could have like rainbow lights around the edge.
Oh, now that's gonna just be freaking awesome.
Yeah, like LED stripes. Yeah.
I kind of know what he's talking about. But I'm not imagining what he's talking about.
I don't know. I think it's a bad idea.
Could have flames that light up.
Why would
the
a
faster
military
you go.
vessel have flames on the side?
They're not military. They're explorers.
So, are you going to actually take the position that Starfleet is not the military?
Just saying, this particular ship doesn't have to be a combat vessel. It could be primarily a diplomatic vessel.
Then why would you paint a diplomatic vessel to black? That makes no sense.
Because you want to show off how cool you are to the rest of the galaxy.
But nobody will see it because you're in space in a ship painted black.
They're going to see the flames shooting off of it.
You want
They're
flames
like, "Damn,
shooting
that's
off
one
the ship?
Or a stealth ship. That's a great idea.
Right, for a stealth ship, that's where I was going to go. Is in a non-Star Trek universe, having a black ship in space as a kind of stealth vessel actually would make a lot of sense.
Right, like how you have planes painted in camo, so this way your other planes from above can't see them because they look.
Yeah, because in Trek we have to be stealthy. We have cloaking devices.
Right. Yeah, that's why I say in a non-Trek universe it could work, but in Trek, the stealth mode is just turn the ship invisible. Now you could argue that making a ship and this would be how you would do it, Bird, is if you make it so that they have some kind of like a 24th century equivalent of radar absorbent material, so that the ship doesn't has a very low profile on sensors, and you paint it black so that it's harder to pick up visually. And this would be the Federation way of getting around the Treaty of Alderaan and of being able to have
they could have like
ships
black
without
painted
cloaking
ships
devices.
and something along those lines. This way, it's a more primitive cloak.
Yeah.
But this way, it's like a loophole. Like, oh, it's not an actual cloak; it's just painted black and has.
Right. but then it would have to be a fairly small ship anyway, so it doesn't have a big warp signature or anything for enemies to pick up on.
Yeah.
And in fact, you would probably I would make it even a point of the ship, like when it drops out of warp, they shut down the warp core so that it's undetectable.
Or you have like covers that go down, like blinds,
Yeah. I mean, that could actually be an interesting idea.
Wasn't
And-
the time ship that dragged Voyager back in time black? I don't remember.
Yeah, but that was stupid. Anytime I'm sorry, the whole time, what do they call, like the temporal prime directive and all that. Anytime they started doing that kind of crap, I was like, ugh, rolling my eyes at that.
But it's so typical for Trek. You find it in every single series.
No, you find it in Voyager. You don't see the temporal prime directive in other iterations of Trek. Even when they brought in the temporal police to interrogate Sisko, there was no temporal prime directive.
But they were talking about it from the future, from the 29th century, where they were just following Janeway, how often she broke it.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, Voyager is the only time you hear about the temporal prime directive, and I think it's stupid because they were trying to think, how do we one up the prime directive? I know, let's make the temporal prime directive.
And was it something that came from the 24th century, or was it something that Brixton brought with him?
I don't know.
That's the thing.
I think it was 24th century.
Yeah.
I just remember at the end of
wasn't it mentioned in Next Generation as well, when the guy who came from the past and told that he's from the future?
He was going on about how he didn't want
Houston.
to change, and even though he wasn't actually.
Yeah, they talk about things like contaminating the timeline. They've done that
something
in
like
lots.
that.
They've done that in Trek a lot.
There was no mention of a temporal.
Right.
Yeah, can be, but the concept as it is isn't completely new to Voyager.
No. The concept of being careful, like if you're caught in some kind of time travel event, being careful about not changing history has been a subject of Trek all the way back to the original series.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
When they came up with the temporal prime directive, I just wanted to punch my TV.
Yeah, that was unique to Voyager.
Yeah, and I just thought that was the dumbest sounding.
Okay.
It's like when they came up with the Omega directive, because we got to beat the Prime directive, so now there's an Omega directive. It's like,
well, at the end of TNG, all good things. Remember, like Picard sees a potential future, and he tells everyone about it, and
yeah, shouldn't the temporal police have shown up to tell Picard, "Shut up, you're contaminating the timeline"?
Yeah.
Because they're not that good at their job.
Whether you count the movie as canon or not is irrelevant, but
Okay, question. In Star Trek 4, when Scotty gives the guy the formula for transparent aluminum, and Bones says, you could be changing the future, and Scotty says, why? How do I know he didn't invent it? I took it to mean that Scotty knew that guy invented it anyway.
I believe it's in the novelization. Scotty did know that this was the guy that invented it.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Retcon.
Yeah. But as far as, I mean, obviously in the movie itself, it was just a cute little joke moment. But,
I mean, it's very convenient. They happen to crash land at the right time and century and location on the planet. For the guy who eventually invents transparent aluminum.
Right. But the thing about Star Trek 4, I mean, and this is the same thing, like Star Trek 4 was a comedic film that happened to be Trek, right? And so it was like, is this a funny moment? Yes, then put it in. It doesn't matter that, we know Scotty would not actually give the formula for transparent aluminum to some random guy in San Francisco in the 1980s.
40 and Barber says Kirk picked up a lady from the past, and where is it? I jumped on me. Yeah.
What was that?
There it is.
Here,
Well,
picked
yeah,
up a
He
lady from the
also
past,
grabs
but,
the
but they
whale.
but they addressed it in the movie directly that she had no kids, and so taking
She
her
was
out
just
of the
going to become a
timeline.
cat lady.
Yeah,
She had no future. She was just going to get a bunch of cats and live in her apartment till
I
she
don't think they
died.
actually established that on screen
yeah. How would I know it?
because Mandela effect. I don't know because I'm trying to think of like in Star Trek 4. I don't
What does
remember.
the South African president to do with it?
Huh? You've never heard of the Mandela
You've
effect?
never heard of the
I heard
Mandela effect?
it was supposed to be a joke.
Okay.
Okay, it didn't work out.
But anyway, yeah. But I don't think that on screen they actually did address it, although they should have. She said that she had nothing, like her whole life was invested in the whales, and so she was going with them. And then of course when Kirk was like,
He
"No, you're
said,
not."
I have nothing here.
Right. But then Kirk was beaming onto the ship, and she just jumped on him so that she
Yeah.
could get caught in the transporter beam. And at that point, it's like, oh well, I guess you're coming with us. And it's like, wait, what? Beam her
'Cause
back down.
We can't spare the energy to beam her back down or to have her walk down the ship.
Yeah.
Kirk just wanted a reason to bring her back to the future anyway.
Yeah, but then of course, as soon as they get to the future, she's like, oh yeah, screw you, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go join the science team.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I just got recruited to this science vessel. Screw you. I'm gonna
She
do
got
some
a ship
bullshit now.
surprisingly quick.
Yeah, and it's
Right.
like, what? Wait a minute, why are you putting her on a science ship when you're there? You're the only expert in existence on whales. What are you gonna do on a ship? Are you gonna go out
maybe
into
the
space
ship
and look for
orbits
more
Earth.
whales?
No, it was supposed to be a naval ship or
But they
something.
didn't say that. They just said, "Oh yeah, science vessel."
Not
You're
every ship
going
has
to
to
your
be a
ship, I'm
spaceship.
going to mine. Okay, an actual ship in the ocean, you mean?
Yeah, of course, because
And
she
Star
was.
Trek Nitpickers, yeah, the nuclear vessel scene was there were extras that were walking by, and like the one hippie chick that says, "Oh, I don't know, I think they're in Alameda." She that was a completely improvised moment, and Nimoy actually had to get her enrolled in the Screen Actors Guild so they could keep that line in the movie because she was just an extra. But she got a SAG membership for free, basically from Leonard Nimoy because she said that line, and they loved it.
Didn't that cop also?
That was an actual San Francisco
yeah.
cop.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to be there.
No, he was there. He was just there working. Like he was there to keep the streets blocked off for their filming. And they're like, "Hey, can you come over here while we have these two riff on you?" And he's like, "Oh, okay."
And if he gets extra for that.
He was just considered an extra. You're the way that the unions work is that you can be classified as an extra as long as you have no dialogue and you are not a named character. So if that cop, if Chekhov had called him like Officer Jones, he can't be an extra. But if he's just cop, then he's an extra, and as long as he doesn't say anything. But as soon as you say something, now you're a bit player, and so now you have to be a member of the Screen Actors Guild, and you have to be paid scale wages instead of extra wages. Extras only make at the time it was probably like $20 a day, whereas if you were being paid on scale, you'd probably get a couple $100 for the day.
Well, Edgar Wright paid all the guys that were zombies in Shaun of the Dead. He paid them £1 each. I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, my phone went off because Mrs. Antricker says dinner's ready, so I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah, mine is about ready too. So,
right. So I'll do my stream after dinner, whenever that is.
I'm like 6 hours after mine.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you all up here for talking.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
You're always welcome, Joseph.
Yeah, and thank you for proving that I was right ultimately, Joseph. I mean, yes, you were stupid for coming on, but I don't think you smell bad.
Wow.
And I think that you probably bathe on a regular basis. So, unlike Bird of Prey, I don't think that just because you're from Slovakia, you don't believe in hygiene.
Oh, Jesus.
So.
Yeah, everything.
Okay,
Five to 6 hours from now. But until then, Bird, thanks for having me on. And
You're welcome. Thank you, Mando.
so guys,
Okay.
have a nice evening and good night. Bye.
Right.
Good night. Take care. Kapla.